Okay, so I think everything is okay. So I have some presentation about what is going in Tecra in past, I think, 3 months until last update. So basically, we created a new website of Tecra. As you can see, this a huge update according to front end and according to our layout and everything what we are doing right now. The platform is more crowdfunding way. Of course, we are more focused on startups and the projects, like you can see this on my screen. Basically, what we are trying to achieve is to encourage more startups to create fundraising on Tecra using both tools. Also, one tool is in our normal market, like credit card, bank transfer, wire transfers, to onboarding most of the people from the normal world, not from the crypto. But secondly, we want to also give a space to the normal people from crypto, like crypto freaks or crypto lovers, and etc. Because what is Tecra nowadays? It's building a platform that connecting equity and typical crowdfunding with IDO or ICO launchpad from crypto. So, and Tecra now it's focusing for the 4 main areas of what we are doing. You can see it's longevity projects, we are green transition projects, we are crypto projects, and of course art projects and like NFT and other stuff. So this is our new website. This will be our users activity. Also, if anyone will pay or invest in or fundraise on the startup, this will be active users here. This is our new layout of crowdfunding, of how we can see the fundraising, how it looks like, how it's operating, how it be, I think, simplifies user experience, user interface to be more adaptive for mass adaptation, how to say. And of course, we this is a whole new whole new idea. As you can see, we have 2 tables here. It's start investing and get funding. It will help us to understand for us and for the others what we are doing now, how we do it, and why it's so important. Because a lot of question was, what is the difference between Tecra Space and equity crowdfunding, like we found the Republic, Crowdcube, etc. And now you can see everything exactly how it's working, how it's step by step, how you can participate in the crowdfunding. What's the difference for the users, for the investor in equity crowdfunding, IDO, ICO launchpads, and for Tecra Space? What is our beneficial advantages, and what we are more than just launchpad and more just basic crowdfunding, and step by step what it's, how to do it, how we can manage our tokens like stock market shares, but it's not at stock market shares, the tokens, how to do it basically for the everyone, and of course our program of Masternode and Smart Deposit and etc. This is the basic information. And the second one, the most important, is we have to explain more funding process for the startup. As I mentioned before, we have over 150 startups that are already waiting for listing on our platform. For now, we are just waiting for them because we are preparing whole background to do it properly and to do it in the best possible way, to understand for everyone how we can do it. And that's why we create also in how to onboard startups that are not basically from the crypto space, because in Tecra, most of the startups are not crypto startups. They are startups that they want to be part of the crypto ecosystem, but basically they are mainly in the normal, I can say normal way. They think in the old way, and they want to be small onboarding to the new era of crypto and blockchain, etc. And this is basically what we created right now. This is tokenization Fundray process. This is also from the startup perspective, what we gave them and what we are beneficial for them in many ways. And of course, our investors, our users, our step-by-step process, how we can help them fundraise their first round without selling any shares, because this is the main goal of Tecra, to create your first fundraise without selling any shares for the beginning. So this is what we are working from the last 3 months, and what we are doing right now. But as you can see also in the projects, it's still under development, of course. We have a lot to do, but we also, in the next 2 or 3 weeks, we will onboard 4 or 5 new startups from the crowdfunding. And that is also what we are focusing right now to create the best process for the startup to do it in the best possible way that we can do it using technology like blockchain and using technology like TekraSpace. So, okay, so this is, you can see on the TekraSpace, because I think this is now online. And secondly, I have some few presentations from you. It's a very simple presentation created, of course, by me. Of course, this is a new website and a new way of thinking about tokenization of startup. But secondly, we have updated our roadmap. This is not a secret that Tecra has some delays in our development, because everything what we're trying to do was much harder than we think, and we have a lot to do with security issues. We have ordered few security audits from the third-party companies, and soon we'll be get information about our security audits. And still we have a lot to do with securities because we are expanding our ecosystem, and after each big update, we will make security audit to be sure that our system is secure and safe. But as you can see on the roadmap, in the first place, we'll have to create the affiliate panel for the users and the startups, because there is a lot of great projects that they want to be a part of TekraSpace, but they're asking about that they have any affiliate programs. We have some groups that want to sell our startup tokens because they believe that the tokens connected to the real company, real world, real economy will be beneficial for the users, not only in the speculative way, of course, but also in the utility way, that these tokens will have the real value in the ecosystem of each startup. There will be not only pump and dump tokens, but also tokens that they give you a real utility, a real difference in the ecosystem. And that's what we are now focusing for affiliate programs for startups. Of course, secondly will be token creation panels and startup fundraising panel to boost our numbers of startups that are onboarding on the Tecra. I think we can create hundreds of startups by month if we create a very user-friendly and very intuitive way of adding your own fundraising and also to creating your tokens. For now, we are very restricted to 2 to 3 startups per month, but in the future, we want to expand it to the hundreds of startups if we have so much possibilities and so much startups we'll be interested in. Okay, so of course we are still preparing our DX exchange, and of course we're still preparing our SIX exchange, and of course DAO voting panel. There on the Tecra, there is the place, like advanced humanity funding. And here, as you can see, it's IDEA. And our blockchain. You can see here there is some called Advancing Humanity Fund. So this is the fund in total where we will financing and we will buy shares for the startups from the longevity sector or green transition sector or by voting by community by TECRA. So this will be some kind of governance token in the future that we and the community will choose how and what way we want to invest in the best startup that can change our lives in the future, of course, and the most beneficial for our civilization in the next 10 or 20 years. So that's why we choose as a TECRA these 4 sectors like longevity, green, crypto, like financial transformation, and arts and awareness, because awareness and arts is also very important in technology development. So this is DAO that we want to implement. And of course, there's Web3 integration, MetaMask, to be more decentralized and to not only be in the Web2 way, but also to give possibilities to the creators and for the investors to create the fundraising or to buy tokens by MetaMask or any other Web3 technology. So this is our plans for 2022. And for 2023, it's multi-chain bridge for startups tokens. We speak a lot from Crypto Bahama and other conference and our partners from the blockchain space about our system, our TECRA coin. And what we are focusing, it's not only pump TECRA coin price, because this is irrelevant for us, for our perspective. But what we're trying to do is create a platform that will be enhance people and motivate them to increase the awareness about how our civilization is changing and how the startups that we're trying to onboard under the TECRA can change our way of thinking and our way of living in the next 20 years. So this also, we need not compete in other blockchains, but we have to be similar to their technology and familiar to them, that the startups token, they can create a chain for the tokens of TECRA, but they can swap to the other blockchains. We have created a bridge for them. Of course, we create a new blockchain explorer. This the version what we have now. It's very, temporary. It's not first and final version. In the future, we will increase our efforts to be more, user-friendly for the token users. And we have to remember that most of the token users will also be people from the ordinary startups from the normal world, and they are not familiar with the explorers or the blockchain explorers. And of course, next, our plan is mobile wallets, because we don't have any mobile wallets now. We have only MetaMask, but mobile wallets will be also a mobile platform on our mobile devices like iOS and Android. Of course, when we finish all of this, we want to expand from more exchange listing in the next year, and a lot of more exchanges. And we will have also a lot of new startups. I think in the next year we are reach 100 startup fundraising completed successfully, and that's what we are doing right now. So this is basically what TECRA is focusing and what we are doing. I think you have some questions about projects, and I will check the chat. Okay, where we have this. Okay, I have information that you don't have screen. Is that true? But I have information that I'm sharing the screen. So Okay, this is not anymore up to date. It's okay. Okay, so where is the questions about? Where's question about global? Okay, Tecra global. Okay, so the roadmap is here, basically on here. We'll update roadmap in the future. I think we have a lot to do in our platform, but we'll create a new roadmap. But you can make print screen. It's here. I don't know when. I can't say when, but we will do it. Second one. This revolves about masternodes. This is the coin that people are they are using masternodes, and there's only one wallet address. So the 12.5 million is still up to date, but if you create masternode and there's smart contract, so we put more and more coins to this wallet. So that's why this is increasing in value. But this 12 and point millions of Tecra coins, it's will be divided among all masternode holders. That's why it's the number. It's Tecra ready for startups. Yeah, Tecra is ready from technical side to raise money for startups, but as you can see, Tecra is not raising any money. Tecra is giving a place for startup they can raise money. So the startups are raising money for their fundraising, and they have to be legally according to their law, because there is no one law for all world. There's different legal opinions in the United States of America. There's different in Brazil, in China, Japan, or Europe. So basically, you are strict to the legal side of this crowdfunding, but we are technology provider, and we are helping startups to fit their fundraising to the best possible way. But in the end, there is their fundraising, and they have to be strict to the law in the country they will operate. Okay, so sex exchange called Big Bang, I think will be launched it. The first beta version will be in this month or maybe in June. So we should expect it in 1 or 2 months. And Advanced Community Fund, the benefits will be the startup that will be invest. For example, we'll invest in, I don't know, some kind of longevity startup that can help fighting some kind of diseases. And we buy shares, for example. And then our plan is not final version, but our plan in the future is if this startup will have success and they will have revenue, they will be this money will be back to the Advanced Community Fund to more and more investment in the best startup that we and the community are alive to invest in. So this is more for ideology, for Advanced Humanity Fund. The name itself, is giving us our opinion what we are doing this. But yeah, basically this is what we are doing now and what we are focusing right now. Until September, there will be a lot of developers work to do from the Tecra side. But from September, we start massive marketing and massive reach up from startups. And when we finish the startup fundraising panel, that we can expand our capacity of adding the startup to the Tecra, we expand more and more because we will have more technical possibilities to do it. And that's all. That's what we are working for now. So the next update will be maybe before our holidays, and then after the holidays, what we are doing now and how we're doing in the future. So there's no more questions. So we are now in development phase. We are not making any big marketing at all. But in the future, yes, we will start a big marketing because we want to reach to the startups. Okay, thank you for your time, for your attention, and see you in the next update. And keep watching Tekka.space, and next few new startups will be onboarding this week and the next week. And we are finally going further, and we are very close to finish the first, I think, best working version of Tekka.space that we have ever had in this project history. Okay, thank you, and see you soon in the next update. Bye.